Jeffrey,
Yeah.
have you heard about this game that's coming out? It's like an area control, super lightweight game from Chip Theory Games. It's called Roth.
Oh, yeah. It looks fantastic.
I just watched Tim Chuan's video and it made me instantly back that game. I literally cannot wait for it to show up.
Yeah, 100%, but it's not coming out until like early next year.
It's a fair point. We could probably put it in our next video.
Yeah, we probably will.
Anyway, this is our video for our top 5 most anticipated games of 2024.
All right, John.
Yes.
Start us off. You're number 5.
My number 5 most anticipated board game of 2024 is a Reiner Knizia Western themes tile laying game. People are saying it's one of his best games of all time.
Nice, nice.
Pretty big accolade for Reiner Knizia, the wizard himself.
Yep.
And it is Cascadero.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Cascadero is going to fall in between a whole long line of like reprint remasters for Reiner Knizia. They just Bitewing Games just put out Zuvadis.
Yep.
And the production on this game looks phenomenal. I backed it with the deluxe edition of Zuvadis, so I'm excited for that as well. But it's just it's a tile laying. I mean, if it's anything like Tigris and Euphrates or Yellow and Yangtze, it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Anyway, I haven't played it yet. Other reviewers say it's phenomenal. I don't know that much about it, but it's just I'm excited about it because it has a Reiner Knizia's name attached to it.
100%.
So that's my number 5, Cascadero.
Cool. And what was your number 5 for a last anticipated games video?
It actually came out. My number 5 last video was Last Light.
Yeah.
Which did not land phenomenally for us. You can watch our Last Light video. It was just a mix of how much it cost plus the production issues it had. I think if you were to get Last Light for like $50 US, it's probably still
100%,
worth getting.
100%.
I just don't think like the game found price for it was like $100, which is just wild for the production. But yeah, that was my number 5.
Cool.
Jeffrey.
Yes.
You're up next.
Okay.
Number 5.
So my number 5 is a legendary edition of one of my favorite area control games, and that is Cyclades.
Yes.
Legendary edition. So the coolest thing about this, the production looks amazing and everything, but the main change for me is that the map is going to be entirely tiles. So you're going to be playing a different board. It's modular. You're going to be playing a different board like every time you play. Cyclades is a fantastic area control game, and with a really, really cool auction mechanism that allows you to do your actions. So it's fantastic. It's really, really good. Super stoked for it. Yeah.
Absolutely. And last year?
Last year was Stalker. Haven't got it yet. Looks really cool. Excited for when it arrives.
Sure.
Yeah.
Fair enough. And you're up again next because we're going to snake draft this.
Yes.
What is your number 4 for 2024?
So my number 4 is based off of a very popular video game that you can get on Steam, and that is Dead Cells. It is a roguelike dungeon crawler where you're choosing whether you're going to go this path or that path. Different areas like give you different things. You're going to be fighting a lot of stuff. You're going to be dying a lot, and it's the type of game where you're going to go until basically you get crushed, and then you're going to run it again and again and again, and it looks super, super cool.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what they do with like the pacing of the game because it's super ambitious because Dead Cells is super live action. Like,
100%.
Really
very fast paced.
The thing that pulls me into the computer game is that like you're just ripping through the dungeon at maximum speed, right?
And then go again.
So I wonder how that's going to convert to like a turn-based
and so
card situation.
I will say as a caveat, I'm either going to absolutely love this game or I'm going to be a little like cool on it. So, but I'm super excited for it. It looks amazing. I think I'm going to love it. So we'll see when it arrives.
And number 4 last year was?
My number 4 last year was Arcs. Looks fantastic. Area control meets trick taking. Yes, please. But yeah, it hasn't arrived yet. Should be getting here soon.
That should be here
very excited for it. So
nice.
All right. So your number 4, sir.
My number 4 is also a super ambitious project. It's by a first-time designer, I think. It is a 4X worker placement, combat-heavy game, so extra X focus on the exterminate. And that is Ascendancy 4X.
This looks very good.
Ascendancy looks fantastic. The production quality is super high. I know it's like a big pet project for Matthew, the guy who's designing it. If you want to learn how to play it, you can join his Discord and he'll happily teach it to you. I think it's still available to late back on GameFound, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I believe so.
Either way, it's just something I'm super excited for. I all-in it because I got faith. I love 4X games. I'm a sucker for them. My most anticipated last year was 4Xs. So if this is anything about me, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, just super excited.
Nice. And your number 4 last time?
My number 4 last time was Arcs as well, which just isn't here yet. Should be here in the next couple months. You should see something about it soon.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, super stoked for it.
All right.
Cool. All right. So your number 3, sir.
My number 3 is also an ambitious project. It's just very different. I'm hooked on something super different right now. I think we have a lot of the same in the board game space, specifically Midway Euros, so different is good. This is the first game coming out from a historical storage designer, which would be Game Trace.
Nice.
So it's a Game Trace game. It's a Western like sandbox like sci-fi theme.
Ooh, cowboys and aliens style.
It's kind of like imagine Western legends in space.
Okay, that
That's
sounds
a lot
really cool.
more story wrapped into it.
And
that game is Forsaken.
Nice. I haven't heard about this one.
Yeah, so Forsaken comes with the foreteller like narration, so it's gonna have narrated like interactions, but basically it's one shot. So it's not like you're playing a campaign. It's like you play the game, game's done.
Good.
Play the game, game's done. And it's just drastically different every time.
Nice.
And it's you could play a character, your character goes through space, your character has a story, my character has a story, their character has a story.
Cool.
And sometimes we might cross paths, but generally we're just trying to be the most notorious sci-fi Western person in sci-fi Western.
Nice. That sounds awesome.
It sounds great. I don't know. I'm so excited for it. I really hope it converts. The reviews of it early on during its development cycle were fantastic. Also, obviously the storage and like the interface, the UI for the game, because it's Game Trace, looks phenomenal.
Fantastic stuff.
So yeah, super excited. That's my number 3.
Nice. That sounds really, really cool. What's your number 3 from our last video?
My number 3 from our last video was Dragon Eclipse, which also just isn't out yet. I think that's going to come out like probably early to mid next year.
Okay, cool. But, yeah, I'm excited for that one as well. It looks really cool. Yeah.
So, Jeffrey.
Yes.
Number 3.
All right. So my number 3 is a game designed by Shem Phillips, which he's fantastic. It's called Storm Raiders. So it's it's a post-apocalyptic. You're basically running around in a certain kind of vehicle. You can go around the desert wasteland in a submarine. I don't know how that's supposed to work exactly, but basically what you're trying to do is you're going around a map, you're chasing a storm that's basically dropping off a bunch of wreckage, like post-apocalyptic, you're salvaging stuff, trying to get materials and raw resources and all kinds of stuff. You're doing contract fulfillment, you're upgrading your vehicle, you're repairing your vehicle, you're going to be doing some fighting, taking damage and stuff, and basically you just want to be the most like badass person out in the post-apocalyptic wasteland. So yeah, anyways, looks really, really cool. I'm really excited for it.
Storm Raiders. I've read a lot about it. It's a pick and deliver. It looks really fun. Shem Phillips is great.
My number 3 last time was Misty Waters. Basically, ships going around the ocean, stuff like that, fighting with each other, finding stuff and everything. Hasn't arrived yet. Really excited for this game. It looks super, super cool. Super up my alley. So yeah, hasn't got here yet. My number 2 is a 4X worker placement game called Ascendancy. Yeah, it looks amazing. I'm not going to talk about this for very long. John covered it pretty well. So yeah, production looks fantastic. There's tons of different things you can do. There's a lot of combat that's in it. I believe PvP is kind of optional, but you're also doing the expanding and controlling and upgrading and all that stuff and everything. Looks fantastic. Very excited to play it. So yeah, Ascendancy.
Super good.
My number 2.
Good pick.
Yeah. And so my number 2 from last video was Divide et Impera. Now I have played this game, but I haven't gotten my copy yet. John has his copy on the wall. I played it a bunch on BGA. I really, really like it.
It was in your top 10.
It was in my top 10. And like I'm really excited to get the expansion because it's gonna like put in a lot more asymmetry and White Death, I believe. Yes. Yeah. But anyways, it looks really, really cool. It's going to add more asymmetry in there. You're going to have more powers. All the factions are going to be way more unique than they currently are in the core game. But it looks fantastic.
Good pick, yeah.
Yeah. I really like DEI.
Yeah, and I'm excited for Ascendancy too. So
yeah, 100%. Alrighty. So you're a number 2, Mr. John.
My number 2 is a fantastic like majority area influence style game. It's mostly like a political, like it's deck building, but in a way that it's more like like rock, paper, scissors deck building, where like I'm playing this secretly, you're playing this secretly. What did you play? What did I play? What do I have available? What do you have available?
You're getting me excited, John.
It's kind of like when I played it, it feels like Air, Land, and Sea meets like Oath.
Oh, really? Okay.
And that game is Old King's
Crown. Okay, yeah.
We have an early copy of Old King's Crown. We're going to cover it soon, but Old King's Crown is phenomenal, and I'm super excited for the final production. They changed a lot. They remade the board. There's a whole expansion. And the copy we have is very unfinished. It's very, very early prototype.
Yeah, I haven't played it yet even.
But yeah, I'm so excited for it. Old King's Crown just looks so great. It really pulls on that like that Oath art style, if you will. I know they self-illustrated it. The designer illustrated and published and designed it. So all three sides, just phenomenal. It's a passion project for sure.
Yeah. It looks great.
Yeah, it's just amazing. Super asymmetrical as well.
Yeah. Which is always good at least for us. We love asymmetry. So
I am about it.
Yeah. And your number 2 from our last anticipated video?
My number 2 last year was Fractal Beyond the Void.
Okay. Yep.
And that came out.
Hey, we got it.
We got it. Yeah, I love Fractal. Fractal's great. It's like a little bit lighter of a 4X than Voidfall. It's a little more lighthearted. The setup's a bit much in person. I know online it's automatic, so it's a lot quicker.
Yes.
But otherwise, it's a great little 4X engine builder, track advancement game where you're trying to move along tracks by putting buildings out and controlling space.
I got my butt kicked when we played it.
Yeah. I love Fractal, but yeah, that was my number 2.
Nice, awesome. Okay, Mr. John, it is time for our
sir.
number 1s. What is your most anticipated board game coming out this year?
Before I say that, I will say my most anticipated board game last year was Guards of Atlantis 2. I still haven't received it, but it is also coming out this year.
Fair.
So I'm excited for that. But my most anticipated board game releasing this year that we haven't talked about yet is a cooperative Spirit Island adjacent but lighter kind of game.
Yes.
It's asymmetric.
Yes.
It has like this woodland critter a la Root theme to it. It's made by the company that makes Block by Block.
Okay.
And it is called Defenders of the Wild.
This looks so good.
I have been obsessed with Defenders of the Wild. It's so affordable. It's like $50-$60.
Yes, which is amazing.
It's arriving very shortly, so I'm super excited for it. I don't usually get this jazzed about cooperative games.
Yeah, fair.
Uprising hit us this year with something that was like super
very
fun.
Good game.
And this is now my next most anticipated cooperative game to Uprising: Curse of the Last Emperor. Yeah, I'm just stoked. It just the gameplay looks super engaging. The asymmetry looks great. The production looks beautiful. They've just nailed it. So yeah.
That is a great number 1 pick, John.
Thank you.
Number 1 pick.
Jeffrey.
Yes.
With that, your number 1 pick.
Okay, so my number 1 pick from our last anticipated games video was Andromeda's Edge.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'm so stoked for this game to arrive, but it got delayed again. Dwellings in Space, it's going to be awesome.
That needs to arrive already.
Yeah, I know. I really want to play it. Okay, so my number 1 game
Jeffrey.
for this year is going to be Defenders of the Wild. Yeah. Spirit Island, but a little bit lighter, plus Root. All the asymmetry. Dude. Yes. So much. Yes. I'm so very excited for this game.
Yeah, we both said Root in our top 10 games of all time. So I think we're getting a little predictable.
Yeah, but it's so good.
So exciting. Yeah.
It's so good.
So we'll obviously report back when that gets here with a review of it. We hope it lives up to expectations.
Yes.
Super excited.
Yeah, so my number 1, Defenders of the Wild. Your number 1, Defenders of the Wild. We love games like that. So yeah, fantastic. Yeah.
What games are you guys excited for? Tell us in the comments. Catch you next time.
Later.